Goosebumps is rated GB7 because it may be too spooky for Goosebumps fans under 7.
Paparina Delivers, I saw on Twitter that he actually had it almost ready to go, and then bam, it was here within a day or two. But anyways, I'm here, and yes, I know you want me to talk about Goldie. I'm sorry, but Goldie only had one book, and she was a piece of that book. I'm sorry, I just gotta point to what I said about the book altogether in that one video. Sorry, man. I can't speak about Goldie unless she shows up in more videos. More books. But anyways, we're talking about Night of Living Dummy 3. We're going to go with what they... I'm going to just give a summary of the book, and then I'm going to talk about within everything of what happened during. And note, I most likely will have to have some freaking letters and words because I kind of don't remember the episode well. So, anyways... Of course, as you guys know, we got Trina and Dan's little brother. We got the dad who's a failed ventriloquist, which I'm not sure if they actually mentioned that in the whole entire episode. I think he had a fascination for it, but we never knew he was actually he failed as a ventriloquist. We didn't know that part, did we? Anyways, he owns a camera store. Now this gets even worse where it's like, okay, hold on. So you're telling me that Zane's camera broke in the book version and you own a camera store. Why didn't you actually give him a brand new camera and upgrade his old camera? What the fuck is this shit? At least when it came to the episode, the camera was not destroyed. Instead, something much more sinister and twisted happened. Which you have to give freaking episodes props. This is again one that's like, you gotta give props to the writers. The writers took this book and twisted it to an unbelievable new one. Let me try to remember. Oh crap. No, the trunk was actually in... Yeah, I think the trunk was in this third. Okay, anyways, let's do it. So, he hoards dummies because he doesn't want to lose this passion. Slappy was found in the trash. Did he say it was a store in the episode? This is where I have to put the words because I'm not sure. But this is the second time Slappy was found in the trash. In the first book, he was found in the trash. In the second book, I think they actually got him in a store. I think in this case, it was the store. Most likely the same store these original guys got Mr. Wood. And then we have, of course, he found him in the trash, which... Hold up. For those who don't know, I already made a video a long time ago talking about the Goosebumps world and the freaking crazy bombshell that only got 200 views. Thanks, guys. But anyways, it turns out that Slappy, every time we had Slappy, he was in one city alone. And no one's talking about this shit. No one's talking about this. Same store where Mr. Wood was taken or bought. Most likely Slappy was sent there. Well, actually, I think it was an antique store or a pawn shop, one of those. He found him in the trash. Does that mean that the Kramer's trash? He went into the Kramer's trash from the second book because they said he found him in the trash. Most likely meaning he went to one of his neighbor's trash, which means holy frick. Yeah, people who are victimized by Slappy is most likely in the same damn city. Who would have thunk it? And of course, well, I'm trying to actually spin it to where Slappy's evil twin, that's the very first book of the whole entire story. And if that's true, then that means that they're in California somewhere. They're all in the freaking California city. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure what happened is, sorry, spoiler, Slappy got blown the frick up and he went far. So that means that where he ended up most likely was the freaking construction site. They saw it, they're like, what the fuck? And they threw him in the trash. And then most likely a day or so later, the girls found him. It works. It perfectly works. The only messed up part is that the modern day stuff that's in Slappy's evil twin, all the modern stuff that he mentions. So it's kind of like, okay, that's the kicker here that makes it a little bit hard. Anyways, so found in the trash, they deem him Smiley. The words were read thanks to Trina. Slappy actually slapped her in the face. He was fixed prior to that. While in the episode, guess what? It was magic. He tried gluing his head in the episode and it popped out because it didn't work. But all of a sudden, magic. Magic must freaking help magic. So, yeah, in the book version, they didn't actually allow the magical words to be read or anything to allow it to be like, oh, that's how he got fixed. Instead, he got fixed very, very easily, which is like, another thing is, what about the damn slug? Yeah, we didn't get slug or anything. The messed up part about this is now incorporating some of the newer stuff. Is like Ghost of Slappy is like he got gashed open in the head, so he technically should be dead, but I guess you were able to summon his freaking soul back or whatever back or mist back within words as soon as you fixed this, which that's what happened in, sorry, not a spoiler, but Goes to Slappy. He got a gash in the head. As soon as the gash was fixed, he was able to return into his body. So, yeah, kind of sort of think that this gash was too big. It was a freaking big hit. He got a big chunk out of him, which means that I guess it was too much for him not to actually be able to be concentrated into a ghost form. Well, anyways, let's continue on. I'm spoiling too much from other books. So it's spring break. I'm like, wait, wasn't it summer? Okay, maybe it's spring break. I don't know. Words. Anyways, we got Uncle Cal. They made sure in the episode version they didn't have to pay the uncle. Instead, they just paid a dude that was driving the damn car, which I wonder how much that cost. So they just got a dude that drove. No, I think he was seen in the end. Yeah, so we saw Uncle Cal in the end, meaning that he got paid a lakh amount of money, but still, at least he was casted, I guess. Yeah, it's just that when it comes to Paparina, you can't really actually get the uncle because the uncle dropped off Zane, drove away. He came back and he was like at the freaking car. So he actually has to do some let's find a Goosebumps episode and use the freaking phone to screen capture it or any capturing techniques because, yeah, Uncle Cal does not have any freaking photos because he was only in a few scenes. While in this, Uncle Cal was there the whole entire time. Weird. So you're telling me that the dad and the uncle were in the house all along and this crap was going on? And this is when the writers actually were like, no, they're not. No. The uncle's not there. The dad is somewhere. We put a mom in here. It's like, whoa, you added a mom into this. I think they added a mom into this. So they got a mom now. They have the dad. They usually go out for some reason. And then Slappy has one hell of a time. But anyways, Zane's a gentle soul, easily scared. Well, allegedly. Last year, the cousins actually pranked him very good and scared the holy hell out of him. So the dad actually says, no summer camp if you do it again. This summer, or this spring, or again, anyways. So we have Rocky showing up at many places, from Rocky falling on him in the guest room. Rocky appears in Zane's room, dining room. Zane's a photographer, just like in the episode. The cousins actually help him develop the photos, and it turns out it was Rocky all over the freaking damn things, which I think in the episode it wasn't Rocky, it was many of them. Yeah, so it's many of them. Dan is figuring out that it's Zane, while in the episode they were not that smart. They were both at each other's throats because they didn't know who did what. So I think it was Dan who hid, and then Trina came upstairs, and they both find each other. So what the freak? It's like, oh, I knew you did it. No, I didn't. And then it's like they heard another noise. They went down, and Zane showed up. So instead of them both partnering up in the first place, no, they actually didn't know who was it. They were at each other's throats, technically. So anyways, they hit an act. Zane was framing them. There was a truce. Zane's room, as soon as everything goes to a head, Slappy's now on strike. So Zane's room is trash. His camera got destroyed. While in the episode version, no, this is some weird shit that happened here. It's like Zane does not know Slappy's actually alive. So that's what they did in the episode. They capitalized it on it. They actually showed that Zane actually had to be like, oh, you guys are playing. Slappy's not alive. Let me show you. Hey, Slappy, if you're alive, kick me in the butt. And he does. And holy freak, he's alive. And the look on Zane's freaking damn face. Holy freak. I'm like, yeah, you have to actually see that alternate take of what they did with the book. Ridiculous or not, you have to admit, though, this is a spin that they did, and it works. It freaks them out. It's like, holy fuck. Oh, and note, Slappy actually messes with all of the dummies, not just Rocky. And another thing, in this version, he actually puts life into Rocky. So this time, Rocky's actually alive too. So I guess technically, it's like, yeah, I got it mixed up. It looks like he didn't have the powers to actually do that until later on via Dummy versus Mummy. So they made it canon. Well, R.L. Stine made it canon like decades later. The hell? It's like, yeah, Rocky in the episode, he just actually had some of his essence and put his essence into Rocky. So now Rocky's up. I guess in another video I'll talk about the whole messed up hypocrisy of everything. But so let's see. Oh yes, the family dinner was trashed. It was wrecked, and the dad was furious. So they had to stake out again. They found Slappy carrying Rocky. Of course, they asked why Slappy's doing this, and of course, well, the slaves talk. Which, of course, he did that in the third one. So, anyways, they subdued him. Yes, and that happened beforehand. And note in the episode, he did come with the case. He did actually come with the case. So they took the case, put him in there, and threw it in. And he somehow got out of the case. As soon as he got out, well, let's see. Yeah, Trina tries to say the magic words. Rocky and Slappy both faked it. And then it shows that, oh no, it didn't happen. And the other dummies did not actually wake up. But thank goodness I don't have to talk about the freaking episode versions. No, we're talking about the book. Thank goodness. But anyways, in the book version, the others awakened. The other just jumped Slappy, and Slappy he played dead, technically. Technically he played dead. So again, Zane's camera got destroyed. Why the hell didn't the uncle replace his camera? I don't know. Instead, he's like, I guess he technically, no, he said choose any ventriloquist dummy you want. And it's like, wait, how come the cousins didn't actually even mention? No, don't choose that one. They didn't do it. So in the end, Slappy actually gave him a wink, and it shows that he's alive. He chose. Yeah, Zane did not know he was alive, and they didn't know, and we have no idea if they were like, stop, no, don't do it, wait, hold on. Meanwhile, in the episode version, things got very, very crazy and very, very, oh, what the fuck. So they technically made Slappy OP, which it happened, man. Like Dummy versus Mummy, Slappy's too damn OP for his damn ass good. Like, holy frick. But anyways, when it comes straight down to it, is that the two tried to get Slappy, couldn't do it. Slappy's now in the vents. Slappy goes to Zane's room. He breathes his essence inside of Zane, and Zane was slowly becoming a ventriloquist dummy himself. Yes, everyone freak out now. Just like, yeah, it's just like the haunted Halloween, but hey, I'm glad they weren't able to do what they did in Haunted Halloween, because Haunted Halloween freaked me the fuck out. It's like, yeah, it's not a good movie, but that mom scene freaked me the fuck out. And you're telling me they were, oh god, they're gonna play? No, they can't do it because it's book. If it's book only, then they're not gonna do it. So it's like, oh, thank god. But if they were like, no, we're gonna do the episode, I'm like, oh god, no. Zane's gonna look even worse. He's gonna look truly gruesome and horrifying, where I'm like, oh hell no, turn that episode off. No. So they stopped the process of him turning into it, and basically Rocky stepped up. They're like, no, Rocky, remember, you're our dad's favorite. Why in the world you're being a crony? You're supposed to be the freaking leader. And Rocky took Slappy and poof, just threw him to the ground. He got knocked the fuck out. And, well, when Zane left, it turns out that some of the ventriloquist powers, or turning him into a dummy, still was a part of him, because now he's able to turn his neck around, his whole head around 180 degrees, maybe even 360. Yeah, that's a freak show. That's a freak show. So when it comes straight down to it, book versus episode, which is not really book versus episode, it's just talking about a little bit of it. Oh man. I would have liked more to happen with the book, especially when it comes to the dummies. I would have liked to have a 12 against 1, and it's a fight to beat down Slappy. I would have loved to have that. Weirdly enough, when it comes to Slappy, holy frick, he got subdued. It's like, man, he's telling the truth. Slappy is a fucking wuss. Seriously, he's a wuss. He got subdued 2 times in one book. And in the first book, I'm pretty sure he was freaking damn alive, sitting in that chair. And because Mr. Wood was around, he's like, oh, hell no. He's like, oh, hell no. That guy's too damn powerful. I'm going to stay here and hope he dies. It's like, wow, dude, you're not going to freaking take the throne. You're going to actually wait until he got usurped and then steal the throne? What the frick are you, Edge? I'm dead on the mountain dreaming, and then gonna do another. It's like, oh, good lord, man. Slappy, the Goosebumps version of Edge. Gosh, damn. Oh man, but the episode did more justice than the book did. I think even shoot, I think technically, I'll mention that in another video. The other video will talk about the horrible hypocrisy that's going on. But anyways, there you go, guys. Have a scary day, have a scary night, and if you want an in-depth look of what's the differences between the book and episode, I made that video like a year ago. Yep, props to Squid Jib. Have a scary day, have a scary night. Stay tuned.